Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have a new story and very interested story. This story is about losing hope. Don't lose hope. I would like to share with you today a story of Davison. It's very interested story and meaningful on it, and to know what is losing hope and why you don't have to lose hope, and why you have to have a good words to keep somebody growing up, why you have to change the words, the bad words, to be a good words, to just let somebody growing up, of to just help somebody, of to just support somebody. What you have to do, of what you have to change the words. It can be a bad words for such a person, but also you have opportunity to change those words to be a good words, and to let that person in successfully of in peace of mind. Stay with. Don't ever talk with somebody in bad situation. As I say, try to change your words to be good for somebody else, so to don't let him lose his hope. I will give you a short story about Thomas. You know who is Thomas? Thomas was a student, which is one day he went to school, and that day he got a letter, and that letter he should bring for his parents. But remember that Thomas, for that moment, he has only mother. Normally you used to have two parents, but for Thomas that moment he has only mother. The father was passed away already, so Thomas have only mother. So he took the letter and he bring it to his mother, as usually, because he have to. When he reached at home, this was the conversation. Hey mom, how you doing? Yeah, good, this and that. Then Thomas said that, Mama, I have a letter from school, but actually this letter I have to bring to my parents, that's why I bring it to you. So you will like to read it? The mother said, yes, I do. Then she took the letter, she opened it, and she started reading. While she started reading it, Thomas was also behind and listened very carefully what is on the letter. After a couple of minutes, while the mother reading the letter, the mother started crying, which is Thomas little bit was surprised. What is going on? Hey mom, what is going on the letter? The mother she was still crying, and she tried to keep herself just in normal way, but was a little bit difficult for her. When she finished the letter, she just closed it and bring it back in the mail and keep it somewhere in the drawer. So remember, Thomas was very careless to know what start of what is in the letter. Then Thomas tried asking the mother again, hey mom, please, what is in the letter and why are you crying? Two questions in one time. Why are you crying, and why? What is inside the letter? Would you like to explain? It means he like explanation about the letter and why she is crying. Then the mother answered Thomas that the teachers from your school, they cannot handle you anymore. And you know why? Because you are too smart. So they don't have professional teachers to teach you. They cannot afford to teach you because you are too smart. You are genius. In this world, there is some kind of people, they are genius since they was born. So the mother, according of the mother, said that you are one of the genius, according of this letter which is I read from school. And the school, they cannot afford to teach you. They don't have more professional teachers. They don't have professional teachers in your kind of brain. It means you are too high even for them. So the brief of the letter said that you have to come back home. Either I have to find some professional, or either I have to teach you myself. But because we don't have any kind of professional in this area, so I decide I will teach you myself at home. So from today, you don't have to go to school anymore. Because you are too genius, too smart. That's why they cannot teach you anymore. You know, Thomas, he was happy in other side, and in other side also, he wasn't really complete. It's unbelievable. From that day, then the mother of Thomas continued to teach Thomas from morning to evening with all respect, with all love, with everything. The mother for Thomas, she tried to raise his son at home with education, and she didn't have also much education like you as you think, but now she don't have another way to do for her son. So she tried to give him education at home with all respect. The mothers, they deserve respect. The mothers, they really deserve respect. The parents, I mean. So from that day, Thomas read and learn, at home. Then after some years, Thomas grew up, and the mother was passed away. I mean, the mother, she passed away in a while after some years. Then Thomas was already old enough. And for that moment, Thomas, he was an inventor. I mean, he was one of the people who found out things that this. He was working by his hand. So he was one of the adventure people. He can find this and that. He was important for hand job. And he was very qualified for that when the mother passed away. So one day, Thomas was inside the house looking this and that to prepare the house, is this, that. By surprise, he find the letter which came from school that day. You know, the mother, she keep it, that letter after reading, she keep it in somewhere in her house. But for a long time, after many years, sometimes you can find all the things which is your parents keep. So he found the letter. Then Thomas, he goes somewhere and sit down and remember his mother and remember that letter. Then he decided to read. It's unbelievable. So, he decided to read. And when he opened it, he found out that what the mother said about that letter was totally wrong. Was what? Totally wrong. I mean, was not truth what was wrote it in the letter which is come from school. That means the mother that day, she didn't want to tell the truth for Thomas. So it's today, that day, I mean now, when Thomas opened the letter, he found out what was in the letter. You know what was in the letter? Was like this. Was very sad letter for the mother, so that the mother, she cannot handle it to tell the truth for her son. The letter was like this: to the parents of Thomas. That's how it began. To the parents of Thomas. The administration of the school, we cannot afford to have Thomas again in our school, because the purpose, we don't have professional teachers to teach your child, because your child, he have mental problem. Of your child, he have brain problem. So in our school, we don't have professional teachers to teach some kind of children like that. So we are very sorry, very, very sorry for this letter. It's just the administration decide that we can do nothing, only to let you know about what is going on about your son, so that he will not be anymore among of the students of this school. And that's why the mother, she was burst, she was crying for that moment, till Thomas asked him, why are you crying? So the mother, what she did, she could not afford of handle it. That's why she decided to don't lose hope for Thomas. She decided to don't tell Thomas the truth. She decided to give him hope plus the place to tell him the truth. So she changed the words from the letter, from the negative to be positive. She didn't want to use the truth that, hey, Thomas, your brain not work, your mental of your word, so the teachers, the administration will stop you. So she thought that if she says like that, then will make frustration for Thomas. That's why she decided to tell Thomas that the teachers of school, they cannot afford you because you are too smart. For the place to tell him you are too crazy, or your brain doesn't work, or your what, then to break him out. He told him only you are too smart. He changed the negative words from the school, and she keep the positive words from her son. From that day, she teach him, she do everything for him. Do everything for him with love, with respect. So from that day, Thomas realized that, oh, okay, that's why this is what the truth of the letter. And that's why my mother always, she used to hide this, because only giving me hope. And that's why I am here today. You know who is Thomas? You want to know who is Thomas? Thomas Alva Edison. He is the one find out a bulb. You know bulb? I will show you what is bulb right now. This is bulb. We have many kinds of this. There is big one, there is small one. But actually, this is what he invented. This is what he found out. Thomas Alva Edison, he was the first person in the world to find out this thing. So my question is, what about the mother? That day when she read the letter, then the mother told him the truth that he was this and that, to lose his hope. I don't think if we could have things like this. But because of hope of the mother, that you are too smart, that to hear that he make Thomas to continue his career, to continue his study at home with just some experience, what this and that, until today the world, we have this. We can have electricity, but what about this? We use till today in our houses, we use till today in our factories, I mean everywhere. That is Thomas Alva. The hope of the mother, hope of the mother. If she could decide and tell him the truth, I don't think if he will improve till today the place we are, right? So what I want to say, I just want that we take also example for good example. For example for the mother of Thomas. It's very good example. It doesn't matter who she is. It's very good example. So this example, it means you can take it, how you can take it. For example, somebody give you some words of some word to tell somebody else, even if was bad words, so try to change it to be a good words for that person, so that you will help people and we will help each other. Only for topic. To help somebody doesn't matter. You have to give him money of what, of food, of anything. Just topic can help also somebody. You can help each other. So you can change words of bad words to be good words for any kind of human being. Any kind of human being. This is also advice for the parents. Parents, remember that the words can build. I mean, the words can build something. So, talk good words for your family, for your children, So those words can build them. Those good words can build them to be to be good persons, to be good children. Just a word can build. A good word can build more. A bad word can build. How the word is how you can build. So please, parents, be careful about what you are talking with your parents, because you are building something. My last message, it will be for relatives, friends, family, friends. Let's talk each other by good ways. Let's give each other good words, because we are building also. When you talk with me good words, it means you are building something. When you talk bad words, also you are building something. It's better to keep quiet than to tell somebody some kind of words which is you will not make him happy, of which is you will lose him hope, of which is you will break his heart. So better keep quiet. Better. It will be more better than to break him, of to lose him. That's what I mean. Yeah, after all of this, I thank God to have this opportunity just to share things with you, and God will bless you and will bless us, inshallah. See you next time. Anything, just follow me, then we will share things with each other. Thank you very much. Bye.